Peace be with you. My name is Alan Kiesler, and today we are beginning the reading of the book Sanat Kumara, channeled by Tatyana N. Mickushina. So this actually was originally in Russian, but now it has been translated into many languages, including English, and of course I have the English translation, which I will be reading. We begin in the name of God, praying for help, both for me to read this nicely and for you all who are listening to it to understand it nicely. So this first section of the book is entitled, Instead of Preface. You must be imbued with a sense of reverence about a great sacrifice that Sanat Kumara made for your life streams. And this is actually a message from Zarathustra, the prophet who started the Zoroastrian religion, which is called the Parsi religion in Pakistan and India. And it is a message that was received through Tatyana Mickushina on the 27th of December, 2012. I am Zarathustra. I have come again. Today we will consider one more facet of the divine truth. At the time of my embodiment, I was a prophet of a religion that is not known very well on the earth now. However, at that time it was on the cutting edge of the religions of the age. And if we make a comparison with the currently existing religious systems, then to some extent, I was well in advance of my age, as well as of all currently existing systems of religious outlook. It was I who gave an understanding about the foundation of human nature as of fire and flame. And I affirmed the cult of fire and the cult of a fiery solar deity from whom humanity had been granted the capability to reason. I affirmed the cult of Ahura Mazda. This great individuality is known in the history of humankind by many names. Now you know this individuality as Sanat Kumara. Yes, I was the prophet of Sanat Kumara. I still worship his greatness, the greatness of this high spirit. Thanks to this spirit, the entire humanity of the earth was able to continue their evolution. And it is too unjust to forget the great deed of the spirit of this high individuality. It is too dishonorable to consign to oblivion that being to whom humanity still owes its continuing evolution. I must tell you this story, the story that some of you probably heard many times, but others of you might read this story for the first time or hear it. From time immemorial, the situation on the planet started to worsen, and no one man could keep and maintain his divine nature anymore. Even the lowest chakras could not sustain the vibrations of the spirit anymore. All humanity completely blocked its access to the divine energy. It was many millions of years ago, and the situation on the planet then was a good deal like the situation on the planet in your time. There was nobody on the whole planet who could sustain the flame of life, the divine fire in his chakras. There was not any being on the planet who could transmit the divine energy into the world. According to the law, a world that had withdrawn itself from God was liable for destruction due to its being an unsuccessful civilization. God had already planned a new Leela for planet Earth. However, a very high individuality was found who vouched for the planet and for its evolutions. And literally in the last moment, the decision was made that the evolutions of planet Earth were to continue their existence, but only if there was at least one man in embodiment on the Earth who could sustain the level of the divine consciousness. The first, who assumed the cross of incarnation on the dark planet, was Sanat Kumara. He sacrificed all of his attainments in order to come into incarnation and to give the divine principles of government and understanding of the divine law to the evolutions of planet Earth. Thanks to this great deed of spirit, millions of life streams were able to continue the evolution on planet Earth. So this is a wonderful thing we have learned, which I had never heard about this before I found this book and started reading it. But many, many millions of years ago, when our Earth planet was totally forgetful of God, practically, I guess we had turned against God. And so the planet was about to be destroyed. At that time, Sanat Kumara stepped forward and he vouched for the Earth, that he would make sure that the divine knowledge was, and the divine spirit was always present on our planet. So we owe it to him that this planet exists now, that millions of years ago it was not destroyed. So we should all be very, very thankful to Sanat Kumara. And I will just show you his picture. This is the book. So this is the one of the forms in which he is known. And there is another picture here, which is actually the picture of Zarathustra. And above him in the picture is another image of Sanat Kumara, or Ahura Mazda. So this is Zarathustra here, and this is Sanat Kumara, an image of him. Okay, we will end then. We will just read 2 or 3 pages every day, God willing, and complete this book, God willing. I don't know how long it will take or how far we will get, but I'm going to try to complete this whole book as long as it takes. We'll see what happens. Thank you all very, very much for reading this book too. It's available, and I will post on the next chat perhaps how you can get this book. You can get it on Amazon, and it's just Sanat Kumara, Sanat Kumara, and the author's name is T.N. Mickushina. That's Tatyana Mickushina, Tatyana Mickushina. So please, you can get the book yourself. You can order it. And the website from which you can also get the book, and you can find out more about all the other books of T.N. Mickushina, is http://Sirius SIRIUS-ENG.net. Okay, I was hoping we would have a comment. We have gotten a comment from Sanam Shabir, and unfortunately it's not showing up on the screen, but Sanam Shabir says, Assalamu alaikum Baba. Wa alaikum assalam, Sanam Shabir, and peace be to you and to everyone who hears this reading. Okay, thank you all very much. Allah Hafiz. May God protect us all. Oh, just one more message. It just come. Inamullah Tariq has also said, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Inamullah Tariq Sahib.